Hey there, guys. Welcome to your first official week of distance learning. If my voice doesn't sound familiar, that's because this is Miss Warrens. I'm the teacher at Montevideo, and for the next 8 weeks, I'm going to be working with all of the ag teachers around the county. So you're going to be hearing different stuff from next week's from Mr. Welsh and Miss Bradley at J. Frank Hilliard, from Mr. Long and Miss Horn at Wilbur Pence, from Miss Kaiser at Elkton Middle School, and here from Miss Warrens here at Montevideo. So welcome to our first week of distance learning. This week, we're going to be talking a little bit about the dairy industry. So we have two short slideshows that I'm going to go over with you guys, and then we have a couple of hands-on activities we're going to do. So let's hop right in. So you don't have to write these down, obviously, guys. We're going to go over them. I'm going to go over them here briefly, and then I have a matching game that you guys can play and have a little cross-county competition, see which school was paying the best attention to these. So the first vocabulary we're going to talk about is freshen. This is a word for a cow to give birth and begin producing milk. You might say, oh, Sally is due to freshen next week. Or, yeah, Bessie just freshened. She had a baby girl. So freshen's a good word for to give birth. Next up, breed. This is not bred, this is breed. This means to impregnate or make pregnant. You could say something like, yeah, we need to breed Sally, so she'll freshen. There we go, using all these words together. Next up, castrate. Another word for this that you might be more familiar with is neuter. This is to remove the testicles or otherwise surgically alter a male so that he cannot breed other females. So you might say something like, yeah, we need to castrate Jimmy. That's a terrible kind of name. We need to go castrate Rocky so he doesn't breed the other animals in his pen. Another word that we're going to go over is pasteurized. This is to heat a liquid to a high enough temperature to kill bacteria. Somewhere you might have seen this is in the grocery store on cartons of milk or cartons of juice. It'll say this product was pasteurized. Homogenize, this is a process where the cream, what does that mean? Cream? What? Let's hop ahead, then we'll hop back. Cream. Cream is a term for the fat found in milk. This is what makes milk taste so good, guys. So homogenize, this is a process where the cream is emulsified, so the cream does not separate from the skim. Basically, what that means is if you've ever drank an orange juice with pulp in it, you know you need to shake it up because all of the pulp goes to the bottom. Kind of the same thing. Milk does that naturally, but we homogenize it. That way you don't have to shake your milk every time you want to get a nice drink out of it. Next up, skim. Skim is the parts of milk that do not contain fat. So in your milk, your water, sugars, proteins, minerals, stuff like that. So guys, let's meet the crew. Let's go over some terminology for who's on our dairy farm here. So my first word is calf. A calf can be either a gender. They can range in age from newborn to about 1 year old. Look at this cutie pie right here. This is a Holstein calf. Next up, we have a heifer. A heifer is a female who is at least 1 year old. She has not had a baby yet. Cows typically have their first baby around 2 years old. So we can see this nice heifer looking at us right here. This is a Jersey heifer. Jersey is her breed. Next up, we have a cow. Yes, we have cows called cows, guys. This is a cow that has had at least one baby. You will notice that this cow has developed an udder to produce milk. Cows do not develop an udder until they freshen, until they have a baby for the first time. This cow right here is also a Holstein, just like the calf we had, but they can come in black and white and red and white. Next up, we have a bull. This one is also a Holstein. Lots of them. That's a hint there, guys. A bull is a male cow that has reached maturity and is able to breed females. Steer. So a male animal that has been castrated is a steer. We have another Holstein here. The majority of the animals that we eat are steers. So let's do some critical thinking, guys. Think about all the things you've ever seen about bulls in cartoons or all the assumptions you have about them. So let's do some critical thinking. What are two reasons that we would want to castrate bulls? Think about it. Go ahead, pause this video. Think about it for a minute. All right, guys, so two big reasons we're going to want to castrate bulls. The first one, if you've ever seen a cartoon, you'll know that bulls tend to be very aggressive. They're always pictured running people down and crashing through fences. And while not all bulls are like that, bulls definitely are more aggressive than steers. So by castrating them, we can make farms a safer place for the other cows, for the bulls themselves, and for us handlers. I don't know if you've ever been jumped on by a big dog. Imagine being jumped on by a 1,200-pound bull. Yeah, no, thank you. Another reason we're going to castrate our bulls and turn them into steers is because we don't want them to reproduce. We don't need all of them to be reproducing. Just like with your dog or cat, you might spay or neuter them. I don't need my cows having babies all the time. And I want to pick which bulls and which cows I breed or mate together. So, two big reasons, guys: reduce aggression and decrease accidental pregnancies. Next up, let's go over some dairy products. So, guys, let's talk about what's in milk. So, milk, guys, is going to be around 87.5% water, 3.7% fat. Another word for that is cream, you'll remember. 4.6% sugar and 2.8% protein. We also have some minerals, those are 0.8%. Anybody know the mineral in milk that is super important for your bones? If you guess calcium, that is going to be right. An additional thing that's interesting is the main sugar found in milk is lactose. If you've ever heard of someone who is lactose intolerant, what that means is they can't digest the milk sugar. It's not that they're allergic to milk, it's that their stomach can't separate the sugar, which kind of gives them an upset stomach. All right. So, guys, some dairy products we have. We can have milk, obviously, skim milk, 1% milk, 2% milk, whole milk. And all milk is pasteurized and homogenized. Looking back, we remember that pasteurized means that the milk has been heated up in order to kill the bacteria that are in it. And the milk has been homogenized so that you don't have to shake it to get the cream to go back in the skim. All right, skim milk has had all of the cream removed. 1% has 1%, 2% milk has 2% cream. Ta-da! Some cheeses: cream cheese, cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, Gouda cheese, Swiss cheese, Parmesan cheese, Munster cheese. Guys, I love cheese. Cheese is like the best thing ever. Anyway, so how do we turn milk into cheese? Well, I don't know, Miss Warrens. Isn't that what you're supposed to tell us? Yes, let me tell you. So, milk is curdled using bacteria and enzymes. But, Miss Warrens, bacteria, that's bad, right? No, guys, not necessarily. I know it's weird to hear that some bacteria isn't bad, but there's actually a lot of good bacteria out there. They're on your skin, they're in your stomach. They help us digest our food. They help keep us healthy by not letting bad bacteria get out of control. So we can introduce very specific bacteria into vats of milk and it'll turn into cheese. So, guys, let's have a little critical thinking time. Is whole milk 100% fat? Think about it. Think back to this page we just saw before this. All right, guys, coming back in. Is whole milk 100% fat? It is absolutely not. So, milk, as it comes from the cow, we'll back up a slide. You'll remember milk is only around 3.7% fat. And whole milk, guys, has a little bit of the fat removed to make butter, to make ice cream, good stuff like that. So, whole milk is only going to be around 3.25% fat. 3.25% fat. That is nowhere close to 100% cream now, is it? Nope. Some other dairy products: yogurt, butters, ice cream, all this good stuff. Yeah. All right, guys, here's our first on challenge. Our first hands-on challenge. You're going to try making butter at home. You're going to need a lid like a mason jar, a jar with a lid like a mason jar. You're going to need some heavy cream from the grocery store, and you're going to need either a paper towel or some cheesecloth to separate the butter from the buttermilk. Over here, we have this awesome video called How to Make Homemade Butter in a Mason Jar. I will get you guys the link to that. And once you've made your butter, try it out. Email your ag teacher. You know which school you go to. Hopefully, you know who your ag teacher is by now. And review the flavor of your butter. Tell us what you think about it. Tell us what you ate with it, whether it was easy to make it, hard to make it. You know, we're stuck at home too, guys. We'd love to hear how your butter making adventure went. All right, next up, let's go over a little bit with dairy breeds. Do brown cows make chocolate milk? Yes. Not really. Okay. So, guys, second hands-on challenge. I would like for you to go on a walk or a drive with your parents. Snap a photo of each different breed of cow that you see. Once you get home, try to identify the different breeds of cow that you saw, and remember that the cows can be a cross between multiple breeds. So, here's a really good website right here to help you identify beef breeds, and here's a really good website to help you identify dairy breeds. What I want you to do with those pictures is create a slideshow with each different picture and what you think that breed of cow is. Now, this is a competition. The winner gets cross-county bragging rights. Those are even cooler than in-school bragging rights. You get to brag to everyone else in the whole county. Dairy breeds are going to be, or beef breeds are going to be worth 1 point because this presentation is not about beef cows, it's about dairy cows. And dairy breeds are going to be worth 2 points. So, guys, that is the end of Miss Warrens's Dairy 101 lecture. You have 2 hands-on challenges to go try. And after the Dairy 102 lecture, we will have a review matching game to play for that vocabulary. Thank you, guys.